Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here. I'm today with some pretty darn funny breaking news regarding Toonami. So Toonami last night, I believe during the commercial break of My Hero Academia at around 12:15ish Eastern Time, aired its monthly fan art segment. It's either the second or third such segment they have ever aired of this current iteration. And usually it would be like Tom be like, "Hey, we got some fans show us fan art," or however he says it, and then it would show the fan art, and then it would go into the actual commercial. Now, what happens this time, and the first time this happened, I pointed out how it accidentally gave us the spoiler of Made in Abyss regarding the fate of Belov, one of the characters, which I talk about in my Made in Abyss recap video, which I just finished, but I'll probably push back to tomorrow because of this news. But something even more large happened this time around, where one of the final pieces was a piece of art featuring Nami of One Piece, except for it was an inflation art, which, interestingly enough, isn't the controversy regarding this. 20 years ago, that would have been the whole uproar about it, but these days, it wasn't the content of the image, it was how that image got there. Now, the image itself was by I don't have the name in front of me, but apparently a well-known Japanese artist, inflation artist, and someone took it from behind a paywall, passed it off as their own, and submitted it to Toonami. So it was submitted to Toonami as being credited by someone who did not make the art itself, and that has actually led to a pretty immediate reaction, definitely from the fan base, and actually even from Jason DeMarco himself, where he has already stated earlier today that the fan art segment has been canceled. So again, and this is just a little weird little nugget of controversy for Toonami, and definitely early in the year, so something I have to keep in mind like 10 or so months from now when I make my list for worst moments, because this is a pretty darn interesting one right here. You get, okay, I'm past 90 seconds, so I can say basically it's straight up inflation fetish art here, where it's just Nami and I think a couple characters in the background. I don't remember, but I'm definitely not going to post the image here because, if I'm posting the stolen image itself, it's contributing to the problem. So I'm just going to post a random image of Nami I found on the internet that I'm pretty sure was from the show itself. So without further ado, really, it's just the fact that it's just the whole hilariousness just of like what was controversial about this. It isn't the fact that that's fetish art. The controversy is the fact that it was stolen and passed off. And in another interesting thing, Jason DeMarco in his response admitted that oh yeah, Toonami has a small staff and we can't really check everything that's given to us. So that's again another little nugget about how Warner Brothers Discovery has probably gutted Toonami more than we've been led on to know. If Jason DeMarco is like, yeah, we have no one, that either means two things. One, Warner Brothers Discovery is gutting it further more than we believe at this time. And another one that Jason DeMarco might be outright lying to cover his ass. I'm actually willing to believe the former on this one because, again, we know what David Zaslav has been doing to anything remotely Turner, remotely Warner Brothers. And again, you have a small skeleton staff. You're just gonna be like, oh, this is go online. It's like, oh, this is look at the submissions that they're shown. It's like, oh, this is cute. Let's put it on here. It's cute. Let's put it on here. And let's just put the boilerplate, put it around the boilerplate of the whole Tom saying, "This is fan art from our fans." I can't do the Steve Blum voice, whatever. And you get this. Sometimes, if someone decides to, you can get this little nugget of controversy. And that's really it for the controversy. It's not as deep or thorough. Maybe a giant rabbit hole opens up here. A rabbit hole even whatever Faputa's real name is, can't love. You know. But again, that's just the fact that interesting little nugget for something that has the first time or two they had it. The fan art segment had a very positive response from the general Toonami community. So it's one of the few things that people could really say, "Oh, this was a good little thing Toonami did," and it's gone now because someone stole a Japanese fetish artist's art and passed off as their own. And that's really the controversy. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.